Inside the Lines is brought to you by Hendrick Honda of Charleston. When you buy a new or pre-owned vehicle, our Advantage program takes care of you for life. Make Hendrick Honda of Charleston your first choice for your next vehicle. Visit their showroom at 1478 Savannah Highway in Charleston or online at charlestonhonda.com. And we welcome you to another edition of Inside the Lines here on CFCSports.com. I'm Jeff McCarriger. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching this, that is good news because that means we're all still alive. The end of the Mayan calendar came and went, and we're still here. Well, this will be our last show for a couple of weeks, so we thought we'd celebrate with a little holiday edition for you. So we've added some snow on the panels here for you and Christmas lights as well. A nice little touch here. So our next show won't come your way until after the new year, but a lot to talk about still this week with both the men's and women's basketball teams in action. We'll start on the men's side. College of Charleston hosting Old Dominion, second CAA opponent of the year for the college. First half, it's actually the Cougars trailing early, but making a comeback here. Nori Johnson with the steal on the dribble. Tries to go up top with the alley-oop. It's too strong, but right there, Ajay Baru to clean it up. The start of a big night for Baru. Later, Thomas on the dribble penetration. Watch the passing underneath to Wiedemann. Lays it in with two hands, and the College of Charleston takes their first lead of the night. More passing underneath. Willis Hall, this time to Baru. Flushes it down with two hands. And again, Baru with a huge night. More on him later. Charleston down 3 until this point. Anthony Stitt, one of his 2 3-pointers on the night, hits that one to tie the game at 17. Later on, Anthony Thomas in the lane. Shoots it in for 2. Thomas with a career high 13 points on the night. Second half, College of Charleston started on a 6-0 run, and they keep it up. Up top to Baru, another 2 points with the dunk. Watch it again, Willis Hall. And the alley-oop to Baru, a career night for him. Career high 20 points on the night. Still more College of Charleston with an 18-point lead, looking for more. Stitt driving underneath. Willis Hall missed it, had it blocked, puts it back up and in. College on top by 20. And yet again, here's the big fella, Baru. Again, a career night, 20 points to go along with 9 rebounds as the College of Charleston wins it by a final of 76-65. Big win for the College of Charleston after back-to-back losses. Head coach Doug Wojcik talked about the win.
Yeah, we needed it, and you know, when you schedule the game against Old Dominion with the success they've had over the years, you know they're coming in with an RPI, you know, based on last year and everything. And they're going through some tough times themselves, but they're about as good of a 1-10 team that I've seen. I mean, it was a hard-fought game, and they looked great in warm-ups. And the kid Painter's a really good player, and thought it was a great challenge for Ajay and Trent to play against him. So it was a really, really good team win, especially having Andrew and Trent back. The text messages I get from my friends that I had more from coaches last night on the win, just because they know. Yeah. As coaches that Old Dominion's a good program and he's a good coach. So regardless of what their record is, it was a good win. Now, it was a good win for us for several reasons. One, over Old Dominion, a CAA opponent also for us, but also just for our psyche, because we obviously had a tough 2 weeks there. So it's nice to get back in the win column.
Up next for the College of Charleston, a big matchup against Coastal Carolina. Coastal having a pretty good season this year, coming off a win against Clemson the other night. For the College of Charleston, now 6-4 on the year. There you see the Chanticleer is very aggressive, averaging 71 points per game and also averaging 45% from the field. However, the College of Charleston with a slight edge in 3-pointers. The Cougars have really been doing well beyond the arc with 60 3-pointers made so far this season. But the big key to the game is going to be who can control the basketball and not turn it over. There you see both teams have struggled, with the Cougars over 17 turnovers a game, and for Coastal Carolina over 16 turnovers per game. Be a big matchup coming up for the College of Charleston. We'll take a break. When we come back, the women have been on break for 18 days. They're 2-0 so far in Southern Conference play. We'll catch up with them next here on Inside the Lines.
At Hendrick Honda of Charleston, you get our best price every day. When you buy a new or pre-owned vehicle, our Advantage program takes care of you for life. We offer a lifetime powertrain limited warranty, free towing and shuttle service, complimentary loaner cars, and paintless dent repair. Make Hendrick Honda of Charleston your first choice for your next vehicle. Visit us today at 1478 Savannah Highway in Charleston or online at charlestonhonda.com.
And welcome back to Inside the Lines here from Inside TD Arena, brought to you by Hendrick Honda. Hope you're enjoying the Christmas lights. Dennis Trapani, our producer, worked very hard putting those up this week. We were talking about men's basketball. Let's switch over and talk about the women's basketball team, off to a 2-0 start in conference play. And look at these numbers as they really continue to improve from last year. Natasha Adair has done a terrific job with the team. Now you see the scoring is up by about 12 points per game. Also, the opponent's scoring is down, which is always good. Turnovers are down, rebounding much better this year, as well as field goal shooting as well. So very impressive turnaround totals for Natasha Adair and her group. Again, as they look to take on Vanderbilt this week, got a chance to catch up with the head coach and preview their matchup.
I mean, this team has been on the road, and no tougher opponent than UConn. I mean, we had UConn the open up the season, so to speak, but each game that we've played, I mean, we were at Cincinnati, we were at Miami of Ohio. All those games will prepare us for going to Nashville and competing against Vanderbilt. Melanie Balcom does a phenomenal job, and I know her team will be prepared, and they're a very offensive-minded team. But the one thing that, you know, I'm proud of my team because, again, we will be prepared as well, and we will defend. And we have versatility on both sides of the ball, and for me, it's just about who's going to show up, who's going to be consistent, and we got to make sure that we make shots and we get stops. So I'm excited to go on the road. I'm excited to play anybody after this 19 days off. But we will be prepared, and we will be ready for Vanderbilt. And a great Christmas present would be that win.
Once again, that'll wrap things up for this week's episode of Inside the Lines here on CFCsports.com. Thanks for tuning in. Again, we'll be off for the next couple of weeks for the holidays. We will return with much more to talk about, much more highlights right after the first of the year. Well, you can always email us your questions and your comments if you want to reach out to any of the coaches or any of the players. We can pass those questions along and have the coaches and players join us right here on set to answer your questions. You can reach us by email at cfcsports@gmail.com, or you can reach us at Twitter at CFCvideo. That's at CFCvideo. Again, pass along your questions and comments, and we'll pass those along to the coaches and players. Hope you have a great holiday break, and we'll talk to you again after the first of the year here on Inside the Lines on CFCsports.com.